Here we go.
All right, you see it live on Facebook, right?
I'm on Facebook. I don't see it live yet.
Refresh it. You got to refresh it. Because we are. Uh-oh. What's up, peoples? What's up, peoples? Yeah, we live.
Party people.
Party people.
Party people.
Get up, people.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, shit. Turn your phones down. Turn your volumes down. My bad. All right. I'll be telling y'all and I'll be the main one.
Exactly. Your stuff be on.
Turn your phones down. All right.
Hello, players. Ladies, gentlemen, gents.
Anything y'all want to share before we go on here to hit this live real quick? Y'all ready?
Ladies, gents, don't be tense.
Tell us what y'all was talking about before we went. No, I ain't gonna.
I ain't telling you. I ain't got nothing to say.
I wasn't even talking, man.
If y'all only knew what we talk about before we come on live. Oh,
don't even tell that. I'll be talking about Bible scriptures, y'all.
Exactly. Right.
That's what we going on in here, y'all.
Yep, we turn that water into wine. Yep.
Sanctified warriors, boy. I'm telling you.
Both y'all lying. We about to go. Y'all ready? If y'all win, go ahead and tap in and definitely share this and subscribe to to YouTube or whatever. You know what I mean? And let your friends come in on this conversation that we're going to be talking about today. All right, we about to get it started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All our illusions will disappear, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We know.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it. And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Peace. I love y'all.
The reasons that we're here.
279-100. All right, y'all. Hold on now. 279. Don't nobody be trying to get my code. Anyway, what's up, y'all? It's Fired Up Thursdays. Reasons on Fired Up Thursdays, man. And we live here, and we actually. Look, I can't even get it out, y'all. I don't know what's up. What's up with me today? I can't even get it out. But we appreciate you guys tapping in. This is Reasons, y'all, where you can actually join in the conversation and let us know what you think about and your reasons of what you're thinking about the things we're talking about today. It's your boy Fuel in the house.
Fat Boy in the building. You already know what type of time we on. We here.
Black Lift, ready to get it going. Let's go.
That's what's up.
Black
We
Lift.
already have somebody that just popped in. What's popping? Who's that? People's let's go. Who is that on Facebook? Leave us your name, man. I see your name. I see it, but I don't see the name. So leave us a name so we know what's up. All right. We got a lot to talk about today, man. We got
some things to discuss, man.
Yes.
I got some breaking news for y'all next week, though. I ain't gonna hit y'all with it.
Is it breaking news? Okay,
okay. I got some news for y'all next week,
bro. Next week is gonna be broken news. I mean, you're talking about a whole week.
It's gonna be broken.
Yeah, it's gonna be broken.
I got some stuff for y'all.
Hey, but we do have your damaged psyche is what we're going to be talking about ever become your reality. Have your damaged psyche ever become your reality? And I didn't give you the rundown, did I? Black Lift, my bad, man.
That's cool, man. Look, I can roll with it off the cuff. Let's go.
That's what's up. Marlon's in the house. We also talking about 10 things, 10 conversations, or basically 10 things that we fail to disclose before marriage. 10 things that we fail to disclose before marriage. and basically things of discussion that you should probably have before you even get married. So we're gonna talk about those. What else we got, Fat Boy? We got do you got the lineup too?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I got everything.
Yeah,
all right,
you
we're
got it
talking
all
about
over there.
men versus women. Do men value respect more than love, and do women value safety over love? That's we talking about that too. And we, of course, we got us a history and blackness or whatever. And we may have time for another bonus little topic too. Depends on how our time goes. So we're gonna
no bonus topics today. We're gonna
you don't think I know,
No.
right? Because
we already go over.
all the time. It's all good. It's all good. But let's get into the first thing, man. We got to talk about breaking news. We got to talk about the things that's going on in the news. For instance, George Floyd, Nipsey Hussle's killers
attacked in prison.
Was attacked in prison.
Mm-hmm.
What's y'all thoughts on that, man?
Well, shout out to the person who stabbed George Floyd's killer. Shout out to him. I mean, I don't like to promote that. Sound crazy when you say it out loud.
Yeah.
But hey, listen. Somebody got to get justice for the people. That's gonna get us cut off, y'all. But no, shit, I'm gonna sound like Malcolm X. This America's chickens coming home to roost. I think that when you do foul things, you also got to understand that karma comes your way. But then also sometimes you do harm to somebody that has an impact on a community or area or even a culture or a moment. Right. Mm-hmm. And that shit, it carry with you. So that person is gone, but that act that you did lives forever. Mm-hmm. The people who was fans or supporters of that person's movement or whatever they stood for, then you always got to be aware and understand that they out for you because you took somebody from them or you harmed something from them. And both of these people, killed George Floyd sparked a movement. I think he was I think his death did something different for the Black Lives Matter movement, even though that was a farce or whatever that it was. But I feel like it just did something more just on police. It brought a bigger eye on police and justice. So what that stood for, I don't even know why he thought he was gonna be safe. Honestly.
What about you, Liv?
I mean, so having family members that have been in prison before, people know there are certain things that you do that are gonna come back to haunt you, like Fat Boy said. So I mean, I really don't know what they expected. Unless they was going to put them dudes in solitary confinement, they should have known what was going to happen. And unfortunately, like you said, it's in prison, they police themselves. So it really doesn't have anything to do with us on the outside.
True.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is what it is. They knew what was going to happen. They knew anytime you put a police person in jail
in public,
right.
population.
He was in Gen Pop, bro. What did they think was going to happen?
Absolutely.
I mean,
right.
I mean, and so the people on the inside, they know this stuff is going to happen, and so
see, but the thing is, to kind of go with what you were saying, the thing is about depending on the influence of the person. See, Eric Holder wasn't in General Pop, and he was attacked in PC, like I think on the way to court or something like that. It's like you kind of hit the nail on the head. It's like you kind of got to watch out everywhere you go. It's like General Pop, you gonna die.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. But everywhere in the prison in general, you gonna have an issue because even if you go in the medic, right, you're gonna have somebody in the medic who like Nipsey Hussle or who stood for George Floyd, you know what I mean, and what that meant, or who just want to see you get your ass whooped because you did a foul situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You put down a foul demonstration. So that's a great point, Black Liv. It's like, yeah, he definitely wasn't going GP, and if he is GP, they high. They lucky they didn't get him killed.
Yeah, and like you said, it's mainly something that they already anticipate on happening. And like y'all said, I mean, they please themselves or whatever in there. So So when you put someone in there that's basically, I mean, they do the same thing to the, those that maybe did a rape or a child molest or something like that. You know what I mean? I keep looking over there, yeah, at Fat Boy, because he's here. So it seems like it feels weird to be talking to just
talking and he's
I
sitting
know
right
how-
next to you.
Yeah.
across of me, but
Right.
but yeah, so I mean, so I think you guys, y'all both hit it on the nail. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you already know what's going to happen. Sometimes it's even set up for that to happen. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of time of when it's going to happen. But from what someone has basically done to these people, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like you said, it's karma that's going to catch up with you all the time. You know
I wonder
I mean?
what was going through his head when he was getting stabbed, though. Like, hey, that's some crazy shit. Like,
nothing going to say. I mean, he was probably already afraid. He was probably already.
It gotta be some wild situation. Like, I can't believe they stabbed me because of this.
Well, I mean,
like,
look.
You gotta have that
they-
sentiment. Like, you gotta think about that.
They hit dude 13 times, bro.
Oh yeah.
See.
Oh yeah. Marlon's in the house. He said you got to stand on it 100%.
Yeah,
I agree.
Facebook. You said heal is I late?
No, he said hi. Is I late?
Oh yeah, he had two big exclamation points on it. That's why.
Hi.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, hi. Is I late?
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
you
is late.
Yes, you is late.
Hey, you know what? But check it out. You know what I'm saying? And leave your name. Who is that? I'm not sure. It could be Gussie. It could be Gussie.
It could be Gussie Gus.
Yeah. But you're not that late. We haven't got to the main topics yet. We just kind of getting some of the events that's been going on in the news so far.
They stabbed him 13 times.
Yeah, man, 13 times.
Oh yeah. So the first two, he was like, "This some bullshit." Them next was God help me, please.
Right.
They trying to kill me.
Once again, we got Puffy in the news again.
Hey man, it's getting out of hand, y'all.
It's getting way out of hand. It's getting way out of hand. This is the thing.
OG, take that. That's what I'm about to start calling.
It might keep going. It might keep going until he ends up going to prison or spend some kind of time.
Oh no, he's going to prison.
I'm thinking, and that's just my thoughts. I'm not, but this keeps coming up, and other stuff keep coming up or whatever, up until he either go to jail for some kind of time or whatever. And this is the thing. A lot of, especially people, high profile celebrities, do crazy stuff. I mean, we've been doing this for ages. They go have parties, they do the drugs, they do
wild sex stuff,
the wild sex, orgies, all that kind of stuff. But and I can say probably 80% of the time, I'm gonna say 80 just to be being good, but 80% of the time it's consensual shit.
A lot of them times.
And when I say consensual shit, is because people want to be a part of whatever that person's doing because they thinking they're going to get a piece of the action or whatever. If it's a record deal, if it's a job in the business or whatever the case may be, So when someone comes so many years later and and say this happened to me too, it kind of bothers me in a way because it's kind of like why I said it before and I said it last time is by you not saying nothing, by you understand the victims and the lives that you basically caused to go through these things because you never said anything. And so it bothers me because it's now you only said for money. And that's what hurts. That's what bothers me the most. I don't know. What about you guys?
I mean, I on that stuff, I 100% agree. Because if you, I mean, and I'm just going back to like some of the lines in like Puffy and Biggie songs. You know what I'm saying? When they was talking about, hey, you know what, girl? You get your friends to call my friends, and we can do this every weekend. All right? All right? You know what I'm saying? They was doing that stuff. It's like you call your friends to get with my friends, and we can just kick it like this every weekend. Now, exactly,
the whole crew, right?
Exactly. And now here we are 10, 15 years later, and now they want to say this happened. And I'm not trying to downplay that, but at the same time, you want to try to make it seem like it was non-consensual or y'all, y'all
right.
wasn't with it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
okay, and
Uh-oh, shit.
now because you can file these civil suits and try to get paid. Did you see Puffy's statement on he posted a statement on Instagram
Yeah,
addressing
yeah.
that. He's like, all right, look, y'all not finna keep dragging my name,
Enough is enough.
right, just
Yeah.
to try
He
to
said,
get paid.
Yeah. But the thing is kind of like you, and it's not even really half the times the lawyers or attorneys look for people, you know what I'm saying, and dig or whatever, and say, oh, what we can use and what we can do to make this money, because they're going to make paper off of it. And they're going to make more money than the person that they sell it for and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And guess how many percentage of that goes to them? You know, Rob said 95% of them fuel. Yeah. 95, yeah, I'll say about. I was trying to be nice, 80%, but 95% of them actually, yeah, really are consensual.
I do okay, because this is the thing about the case, right? When you were to it, I'm hearing allegations, but it's like she's trying to. Oh, I'm sorry.
That boy here tearing shit up. Look, can't have company. Can't have company.
Man. Dude, tearing stuff up.
It's all good. It's all good.
Where was you going with that? Hold on.
I don't know.
What was I saying? Shot, knock the shit over.
Anyway,
basically, what was I saying? I was saying something. Where did I stop at off Black?
I don't know. We forgot. We were just too busy trying.
I know. I stopped. He was like, "Oh shit!" What
was he talking about?
Just the fact that they come at. I think you were talking about the attorneys and all this other stuff.
He was talking about the attorneys. What I was going to say is I'm seeing that they're lumping a lot of shit together, right? It's like the bodyguard was doing shit to people because he was Diddy bodyguard or manager or whatever, or vice president or CEO, whatever he was of the company. Everybody was kind of doing foul shit on the clock. And now that all of the lawsuits is coming out and Diddy on his way down, I'm seeing everybody jump out there. It kind of started with the Keefe D situation. It's been going on because his ex Wolf being kind of talking bad about him and putting things out about him. But I think as far as the case, I agree with y'all, a lot of it being consensual, but I don't think that these women are knowing that they coming in there and it's going to turn out the way that it turns out. Because I was watching the clip where they were saying that, what he was saying, they were entering a party where on one table, these champagne bottles is full of liquor.
Yeah.
And then over here, and Molly or whatever kind of drugs to get them all loose. And then over here, these is the drinks that the guys is drinking on, right? And then by the time the girls get loose, they popping pills in all their mouth. Now, this is a Hollywood thing, right? Yes, she came to have fun, but I just feel like it goes back to what I was saying last week. We kind of got to start being careful as brothers on what we allow happen in our presence and under our watch. You get what I'm saying? You can't control everybody, but you can't be condoning none of that shit.
Well,
I think that this is what this is. I think that environment, that constant, take that, I'm joking about that constant, we rule, we run things, that type of mentality is kind of boiling over now. And them people that you once was taking care of, they don't have that money and that backing from you no more to be quiet, and now they out there. Plus, it's lucrative now, right? With the podcasting and all of that, it's definitely lucrative to talk about the old stories because people want to talk about it. So it's getting people interviews and runs and book deals and all of that as well.
And like you just saying, it's old shit.
Yes,
it's a lot of the old shit, and the reason it's old now is. Yeah, and the reason it is old now is we don't have because of the public now, and to be able to say something quickly or whatever, and it might not be happening as much now than it was probably then.
That's what I'm saying. That same kind of stuff is not. That same kind of stuff is not going on now. We don't have a time machine.
But this is my question: is there a statute of limitation on rape? Right? In a sense of I mean, in a sense of how you legally, of course, right? But I'm saying in a sense of how long do you take to talk about it, right? Because the lady who got Emmett Till killed, confessed, and she was 90. I'm saying in a sense to say people been doing this shit forever. So I'm saying that if my trauma has
How you
affected,
gonna ask us a question and then don't even
go
let
ahead,
us?
go ahead, answer. Yeah, go ahead, answer. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fat
about
boy
that.
answered the
Go ahead.
question and didn't even.
Yeah, he was on a roll. I'm like, hey, can I interject?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
As they
go
say,
ahead,
allow me to retort, sir.
Right, go ahead.
But I mean, it just goes back to what I was saying before. It's like that same kind of stuff is not happening now because men know better, women know better to put themselves in that kind of situation. That's kind of like, okay, so we're gonna hop in a time machine and go back to like Studio 54 when they was getting freaky out in the bathrooms and doing coke and all this other stuff. You know, you can't go back and correct or fix what happened then. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the whole thing is when you learn better, you do better. So of course they know now.
Yeah.
But they're still having crazy parties over there, though. But go ahead.
I have love and sympathy for those that has gone through the BS or whatever. But I just don't like the fact that how long it takes you and that you allow it to happen to other people. And to me, that makes you just as bad as the person that's done it. It's just like having the person that was in the room, say for instance, the bodyguards of these famous actors, the assistants of these famous people that seen and known what was going on and never said anything. You're just as bad as anyone that basically did it, did the act. You know what I mean? Because you kept your mouth shut because you got because you got paid or whatever the case may be. So that's one of the things that I really, really hope that now that a lot of these young people in the business, in the entertainment business, are trying to climb the ladder or whatever, understand that you don't have to do all these other things, these drugs, or go to these sex parties in order to fit in or whatever the case may be. There's other ways to go about doing it, and if you are a victim or whatever, to be able to speak up now and talk about and tell somebody or whatever and make it happen. I mean, because prosecutor attorneys they love to find a celebrity to put some stuff on, especially when they're getting up in the rankings. And as you can see, Puffy is getting up there and got all this, product, a liquor, all this kind of stuff or whatever. You already know when it comes to us or whatever, it's now it's time to pay up. You done got away with a lot of shit. Now it's time to pay up. You know what I'm saying? And those prosecutor attorneys be like, yeah, we're gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? They make the case more than the person that comes forward and say anything. You know what I mean? So that part, did I go too long?
No, you're good. You hit it on the head.
What we got? Mom said that they after him because he filed that lawsuit for his rights to his tequila. See, that's one of another thing. Yeah, always something. They did Chris Brown the same way when he wanted to rights to his masters. Yeah. That's the one that's saying it's not really, it's not always the victims or whatever, or the so-called made victims afterward. That basically it's prosecuting attorneys, it's people that they got putting them in place. Be like, hey, we know he did this. We know we seen him at
but
parties.
That's my
doing
thing.
This, blah, blah, blah.
This is my thing with it, and it's just something about being accountable. We gotta stop having shit for people to bring back on. Because I was just talking.
Stop having it. Yeah, true.
I was just talking like prime example, and I'm just gonna go on with it just to let you know what I mean by this. Prime example: the big three in Ice Cube, right, in the NBA, in that relationship that they had. They was slaying Ice Cube in every way that they can, but guess what the hell they couldn't bring up? Gang rape, cheating on his wife, because he ain't doing it. You get me? So I get what we said as people, right? I get that, yes, they're after us, but it goes back to what I was saying, as when we have the influence and we on our way up, we do a lot of shit that the white boys do that we should not be doing, because we don't understand that on our way down, all of those things are going to be attached to our jacket. And so it don't matter what you do and what you say, he shouldn't have been doing the shit in the beginning. He
Right.
should have had a lot of more lock on what he was doing. Go back to what I was saying about Will Smith. If he want to screw Dwayne Martin, take Dwayne Martin to a private resort. Y'all do y'all thing. Ain't nobody got to know what's going on. But when you open yourself up to for eyes to see that, then you open yourself up for this kind of shit. Like him, lawsuits. And it is known that don't take your ass to the P. Diddy mansion because you might get touched.
You already know what's happening.
And so it ain't no secret, right? And so I feel like we also have to be accountable for that. He has to be accountable for the image that he has put out here on himself as well.
True.
But just like you're saying with the whole Chris Brown thing.
Yeah.
Chris Brown made it easy to set himself up because he put his hands on Rihanna.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as he beat that ass,
exactly.
It was over with then.
I like what Marlon just said. He said if Diddy didn't do it, he better do what Justin Fairfax did in Virginia. He really asked if he could do a polygraph, and after that, all his cases went away because folks was lying.
But he not gonna do that though.
No,
See,
because there is some truth
to it,
and they can always, on the polygraph, ask you a certain question or whatever, you know what I mean, and get you caught up too. So I wouldn't trust. I wouldn't trust.
Look, the story's so cold.
That's if I know I did some stuff. I ain't gonna trust it.
Like with the story, I was saying, like the story's so close and tight. Like, yes, he was there in the studio. Did he participate? We don't know. It's a little vague. But she did arrive at his house. Come on. I mean, shit. It's like, it ain't like it was at a remote location where nobody knew and he could have been there or he wasn't there. No, they arrived at his establishment, flew on his plane. Yeah. So it's like at some point you got to take that responsibility.
There's some truth to it. Exactly. Read that one, Woody.
Yeah, Marlon said, that's why I dap fam and homie the hell out of everyone. I keep doors open and all that. You can't confuse that.
Exactly.
Yeah, facts. I agree.
Mad facts. On the same note, if Diddy do it, then I'm going to assume lock his trifling ass up because that's lame as fuck. AF.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
And that's just so people that are listening, we're not trying to say we on his side or we're not like advocating for him in the word to speak or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like trying to make sense of people that don't make sense when it comes to this certain thing. And you know what I'm saying? And when I say don't make sense, I'm saying that it just doesn't make sense. For one, you put yourself in a position to be able to be talked about this way. And then when it comes forth or whatever, it's kind of like they're lies. It might be it might be exaggerated more because we always exaggerate a lot of shit or whatever. But half the shit is not a lie. So we're not trying to be like, oh, we on Diddy's side or anybody's side in that way. So you guys know that.
But I do agree. Cube is clean as fuck. Rob said. But I do agree with what Mom said about the taking down of black men. And once you reach a certain zenith in your career,
constantly
they coming for you. But it goes back to what I was saying. We just got to prepare for the fall. And part of preparing for the fall is on our way up. Yeah. Like Marlon said, dapping and famming and homeboy and everybody on your way up, because you can't confuse that. Ain't no meetings because they doing the same thing to Russell. But Russell did have women showing up to his house at 12 o'clock at night.
And look where Russell is right now.
I was going to say, Russell, he got the country. He gone.
Yeah, he ain't never. But see, Russell had another level of connections though than Diddy had.
True, of course,
because he's been in it a little longer. Plus, he know a little different crowd of people. Yeah, because he came in. Rap was rock when he came in, so he came in on a different crowd. He know a different era of people,
of course.
And so, but shout out to them. Because I feel like after the Epstein shit, I kind of took a different approach. I feel like I kind of understand you not talking out if you don't feel like you gonna be heard, right? Because you feel like if I say something and don't nobody believe me, it's a waste. You feel what I'm saying?
But you know what? But this is the thing though. When they got to get out of that mind, that train of thought. They got to get out of that train of thought, because even if you said something and nothing happened, and then something comes up again, then your truth will be, still heard or whatever, as opposed to someone saying, really, did it happen? Or are you just saying it now because blah, 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 it happened to them? You know what I mean?
I think it's
but all that could be avoided
right.
if you basically let it up first, let it be known first. And with the public the way it is right now, and the way this social media is right now, it's gonna cut down, because ain't
Would
nobody
they
gonna be
really
able to
though? Because I
they
don't
gonna
know.
get away
I
with it.
think
No, they
I
ain't
think
gonna,
it gotta come out like
it'll come out a lot
say,
sooner.
It gotta come
anyway.
out like this in a way for people to believe people, because they be trolling.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to. The reason why I'm saying this, I don't want us to make it seem like we're putting a limit on their trauma, right?
No,
saying that they should have said something sooner, but the fact that they're coming out with it, I applaud you for now having the strength. Now, were you motivated by a bag? Shout out to you for going to go get a bag. No. I can't be mad at you for that, because the first person that we have to address, and we continue to have to address, is Diddy, because he's responsible for just creating that environment, that aura, that character around him, right? This is something that is known around the industry. So it's also his name, right? It's also part of his name. So yeah.
I want Shell's in the house. Shell, I see you on Facebook. Yeah. Let's move on. I want to stay on here too long on Diddy or whatever, but definitely just to close this out, we're not advocating for him. We just basically saying that hopefully people start speaking up quicker. Yeah. You know what I mean? So let's get into this, man. Have your damaged psyche ever became your reality? Have your damaged psyche ever became your reality? And by that I mean that as a kid, where you was damaged in certain ways mentally, has it came, to the point where you actually repeated those damaged situations. And I mean, to say, for instance, you have parents that were alcoholics. You have parents that were abused. You know what I'm saying? And instead of learning and understanding that this ain't the right thing to do, did you basically, bring that into your reality and your world? Any takers? Any stories out?
No.
No.
No, I mean, I've already told you my stance on that, and I've gone over this before, and so it comes down to when people have situations in their life. My firm belief is that you're either going to be exactly like that and make that reality, or you're going to try to be the total opposite of that.
But have you ever caught yourself though, like sometimes you don't realize it until it happens or whatever? Have you ever caught yourself doing something that your parents or someone that you've seen doing as a youngster, and did it in your life, in your recent lifestyle or whatever, as a grown-up?
I mean, for me, yeah, but it was kind of it was kind of a different situation.
Share with me. Tell me. Give me an example for example. What did you do that you seen?
So we've discussed this before. I told you my dad was a hoe, and he had all kind of kids.
Let's keep it real. So you was a hoe.
At one point, yes.
Okay. Let's keep it real.
I'm not even. I can't even lie about that one. That did become a self-fulfilling prophecy, because I wasn't happy at home. So therefore, when I was out on the road, I used to catch these hoes at the bar, and it would be on and popping. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I pretty much, when I worked for the railroad, it's like I had chicks in every town. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
was there a point? I'm sorry.
What?
Was there a point or any time? Was there a point or any time when you did go back and it's like, damn, I'm just like my father? And even though you didn't even like what your father was doing and stuff or whatever, and you didn't, y'all wasn't on good terms or whatever, and you repeated those things. What took place before you actually realized, damn, I'm just like him, and then change?
I was probably 5 deep. And I was like, all right, man, damn, I'm just like my
5 women deep.
That's it. Yeah.
It took 5 women deep for you to realize that it's like that.
I mean, that's when I kind of admitted it to myself when I had got, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Because it's like you try so hard to be like, man, I can't be like that dude. I'm not that dude.
Mhm,
You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
I can't do that. You know, this is not me. But at the same
mhm.
time, I'm sitting there and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, damn, I'm my father's son, man. I mean, I can't, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't even know, you know, what kind of like drove me to that point. And I mean, I kind of
Right.
do. I was unhappy in my relationship. And I kind of, to be honest, I don't want to say I felt sympathy for him because he was a bastard, but I kind of understood what it was, if that makes sense.
When you say
That
that, because
he wasn't happy with himself, and so therefore when he wasn't happy with himself or his relationships, he tried to make up for that with physical relationships with other women.
okay, but what you just said is that you wasn't happy with your relationship,
Right,
right?
right.
So being that of course, on Jackie, of course, you think he wasn't happy with Jackie or whatever is why he did it. Did you kind of relate to that part of why he may have done it? That he wasn't happy too, or did you just kind of miscue,
I
I think that's what he was saying.
Yeah,
That's what you-
I related to that. But at the same time, you know, my mom was, you know, Jackie was quiet. You know, she was cool. She didn't, you know, she wasn't out there drinking and all this other stuff in the streets. But
right?
he wasn't happy in it because he was looking for something else. I don't
Mhm,
think he
mhm.
ever really, I
Or
don't think he ever really wanted a family like my mama did.
Mhm.
You know?
Right. So that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. Being the fact that you once you understood why you were doing it, and did you understand in the way that why he may have done it? Because even though it's your mom,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So of course you think in the world of it and nothing's wrong and she's doing anything wrong. But did you ever think that it is something within that relationship was wrong to where caused him to do it and then be able to accept him for that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Because once again, like I told you before, you have to work on yourself before you can move forward. And
true.
part of working on myself was to more or less forgive my father for some of the stuff he did. Now, some of the physical
Mhm.
shit he did, I ain't never gonna forgive him for that.
Right, right,
You
right,
know what I'm
right. For
saying?
sure.
But like some of the cheating and all this other stuff, you know, I don't know what that man was going through. And I
Right,
can never assume and I can never
right,
guess
right.
because I only saw what I saw on the what he outwardly presented. I never, you know, I could
Exactly.
never delve into his mind, into his brain, and you know, understand what he was going on. But you know, I knew my daddy loved the ladies, and the ladies loved him. So
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Okay. Well, fat boy, what about you, my brother?
Shit, I'm trying to think of which way I'm gonna go with this. I'm trying to think of which way I would go with this. Excuse me, y'all.
Mhm.
Yes, always. Shit.
Like what
Always.
you have a
I can
story?
give you a few. Um, I give you my most recent
Okay.
one. We got breaking news, huh? I might as well break the news, huh? Whatever.
You want to put that one out? Okay.
Yeah, never mind.
break,
Because I'm trying to
look,
see
man,
which
break
way.
the news, man. We look,
I'm trying to see
Might
which
as
one.
well, dog. We family. Go
I'm
on
trying to
ahead,
see
dog.
which way
Break it.
I'm gonna go with this.
Go
Okay,
ahead. We
so
got it. Break it.
in my previous relationship, because I'm single now, y'all.
I
Fat
kind of
boy.
figured that shit when you was at Fuel's house, but that's a whole nother story.
That's a whole other story. No, but my issue, my damaged psyche that I brought kind of with me into the relationship is that the moment that I felt unheard,
Mhm,
my way to seek attention was by saying that I was leaving,
mm.
would potentially pushed her away, right?
But that was a normal that you seen as a
I seen
youngster.
it. Because I had no real stability. Not saying my mama wasn't stable. So, because I know my mama take that a different way. Not saying my mama was stable, but I moved around a lot and I wasn't allowed to express myself. So now that I'm older, I still don't know how to express myself, but it's one thing that I can do as an adult that I couldn't do as a kid, and that's walk away. Right? And so that's been my issue that I bring, because I'm quick to walk away because sometimes I feel like the challenge is too difficult to bear. Or
is that what you seen though when you was a younger? Was that what you always seen? Was
yeah, I never
like
seen
your parents,
anybody.
like
Yeah, I
they
never
just-
seen anybody stick it out. Like
Yeah, they
I
just
don't.
walk
My
away.
grandpa died single. My grandma died. Nobody. My mom was married and then ended up being divorced. So nobody I knew really had that, but except for my cousin Jesse, and my cousin Greg. But that was like so far removed. And so I seen that growing up where my dad would be with different women and things like that. So the inconsistency. Now I got a more understanding of it, because you kind of said something last week about you gotta have the balls to leave. So I think a lot of times as men, instead of having the balls to leave, in my case, I was continuing to seek for her attention and her approval. So that was what I was doing, right? I was saying, well, I'm gonna leave, right? Knowing that I didn't have the balls to leave, right? So I shout out to Black Lift for actually giving me the idea for even wanting to move forward. But that would be,
bro, you just broke up a relationship. All right, anyway, man, let's
shout
go.
out to Black Lift for breaking
Look,
up
look,
that
hey,
relationship.
wait a minute. No. First of all, Fat Boy. Hey, man. Hey, first of all, one love, fam. Because like I said last week, the whole balls to leave. I applaud you for having the balls to understand that the relationship was not going to work.
Right.
And so therefore, when you have the balls to release somebody to go and find, and even for you to go and find your future someone, that takes a lot of guts. And so I applaud you for that. You feel me?
And growth.
It was tough.
That takes a lot of balls, bro.
Yeah.
Because like I said, man, it's about what you don't want to do in a relationship. You never want to do. You never want to take away somebody else's choice. That's my number one thing in life in any relationship. But if you're going to try to stick around, you're taking away her choice, because if you're not fully committed and she thinks you are, then that's messed up.
That is messed up.
You feel me?
That's messed up.
So yeah, I broke up a relationship, and I'm glad, because now both of y'all can move on with y'all lives and figure out what y'all want to do with the right person when the right person comes along.
I agree.
You know, I have some of the same things that Fat Boy have had, situations in the relationship to where, you know, I had to get the balls to leave as much as I cared and much I loved that person and thought I loved them or whatever, and being treated a certain way, you know, I had to, you know, understand, you know, and I was telling Fat about earlier, you know, now is the time, because it was a season where you actually had to work on yourself. And it was a learning process or whatever for things that you know that you really, you know, to learn what you really need and want for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So when you do break away, you know what I mean? Now you know where to focus in for yourself or whatever before you get into the next relationship or whatever, you know. And I've been in those situations. Also been in a situation growing up where like Michelle said, just said about, you know, her father was an alcoholic and I didn't drink. I believe in doing the opposite, you know. That hit me probably. I didn't drink until I was 27 years old, because my mother, you know, she passed, you know, passed away from being not an alcoholic, but alcohol was played a part of her passing away, because she did come home drunk and it was had a heat stroke, fell, hit the curve, you know what I'm saying, and then caught pneumonia in the hospital, you know. And when I started drinking at 27, because I wouldn't drink until I was 27 years old, when I started drinking, then it was a eerie feeling, and I didn't like the feeling. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, and especially to a feeling to where I don't have control of my self. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing things out of control because of the alcohol and not because of really who I am. You know, so I get that, you know, I got that, you know, as when Michelle said that as well, you know, when growing up or whatever, I had brought that into my, you know, adulthood or whatever, because and it was a learning process for me, you know, just like the whole thing with the relationship. It's a learning process, you know. She also said I kind of gave my dad a pass because he was in World War II.
Yes,
You know,
trauma.
yeah. So you know that's really understanding who he is and where and what he went through or whatever, because of, you know, and why he might have been drinking and, you know, alcoholic. Um, and I get that, and I'm sure, Lift, that you know a lot, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to people in the service and the things they see and how they try to
Cope.
drain it, you know, they try to try to cope with it or
Yeah,
whatever, you know what I'm
that's
saying?
their coping
Or just kind
mechanism for the
of
bad stuff they've seen. Yeah.
yes, exactly, exactly. You know what I mean? So so you know that it's good that you were able to, you know, give him that pass or forgive him for what, you know, how he what he was going through.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What else we got here?
Oh shit,
Oh.
Fat Boy single.
Fat Boy single.
Yeah, he's back on the market, dog.
Hey man, listen,
Like
this
I
time
said,
though, it's
man,
gonna be a lot different.
like I was telling you, man. Look, I stayed in the marriage for 29 years. That probably should have only lasted 10 or 15, and all because I was trying to run away from what my father was. Like I said, you're either going to be the exact same or you're going to be the opposite. And I tried my best to be the opposite.
You were trying to be the opposite,
Exactly.
but
And I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna run away. I'm not gonna, you know, leave my family or stuff like that. But what a lot of people don't understand is when you stay in marriages like that, I've talked to my kids about that. And my kids were like, you know what, we would have been better off having two happy homes instead of one screwed up home.
True. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, people need to learn that. And I'm not, like they say, I'm not advocating for divorce. What I'm advocating for is I'm advocating for good relationships. You know what I'm saying? Solid, steady relationships that actually need to happen and need to be together. But there's a lot of bad relationships that just need to end. Period.
True, that part. Exactly.
I
What
agree.
else we got? Cat's in the house.
Catherine says, I think in general, we don't like feeling uncomfortable. So we lean on coping mechanisms, sometimes not realizing we're doing the same as our parents. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, this like Liff was doing, you know, before he realized, like, damn, I'm doing just like my dad is doing, you know. I've done that, you know. I've even with my father, you know, I didn't know my father until I was like 37, 38. Everything in the 7. What's up with that? But anyway, you know, and I was told all these stories about him, what he did, and my grandmother kept me away from that side of the family because of the type of person he was. But there's something as a kid when you basically learning these things growing up or hearing these things, your psyche is kind of like, what's it like to do it? You know what I'm saying? Or is it, or can I get away with doing it because they did it? You know what I mean? And we end up doing those things or whatever, you know. And luckily, and all I can say is because my grandmother was God fearing and definitely a prayer warrior for me. Reason I even come out of those things. You know what I'm saying? The neighborhood that we had, my mother lived in, as opposed to even knowing my father when he got older and the hustles that he was still doing. And I wanted to, because it was my dad, I wanted to try to do it too. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking like, shoot, well, you know, although he did time in prison. You know what I'm saying? But mindset is still like my dad. You know what I mean? Let me see what I can get away. You know what I mean? Or whatever. And when I actually thought about it, I was kind of like, oh, hell no. You know, ain't no way I'm gonna repeat the cycle of what you've done. You know what I'm saying? When I have someone else in my ear, like my grandmother, letting me know, like, this is not the route. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that type of thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I've been there, yeah. I've been there. Who's that? Being
What's up
ready?
with you? What's up with you, my boy?
Yeah. But thanks for that comment, Catherine. I appreciate you. You know that. Yes. All right, man. Let's move. We moving pretty. Oh man, we still.
I know we still had for an hour and a half, bro.
Yeah. All right, let's get into y'all cool. We got any more
We can
stories?
do history and backwards real quick.
Oh
and
no,
then
look, I'm good, man. Let's keep it moving.
Okay, I want to make sure I give everybody a chance to get a story out there as when it comes to that, and I hope you guys as listening kind of understand where we're coming from when it comes to that. Most definitely listen to the right things in your life or whatever, as opposed to going negative at like your parents. Like when you have someone that basically or say like a family, you have families that if there's a doctors and lawyers and they say that you have to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever because they were, and you kind of go through that turmoil of sadness or discomfort because you're not doing what your parents want them to do. You know what I'm saying? You're not following those footsteps or whatever when you really want to be a singer or a rapper or entertainer. You know what I mean? That type of thing or whatever. So that's what it is when we talk about, having damaged psyche, coming to reality in your lives. So let's get into the next one. Oh, we got this weekend history and blackness, man. We got this week. Boy, I guess I got to give you a little intro. Let me quit.
I like that. I got a little Sanford and Son vibe to it. No, this week, y'all. Thank y'all, man. Welcome to History and Blackness this week. This week we highlighting Spencer Haywood. He's an American basketball player. He was born April 22nd, 1949 in Silver City, Mississippi. And he said, ain't no city, ain't no silver, and ain't no city in Mississippi. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said, ain't no silver, ain't no city. So I got that from Spencer Haywood himself. He was educated at Pershing High School, went to the University of Detroit Mercy, and then Trinidad State College. At Pershing High School, he won a Class A state championship in 1967 and 68. He was the youngest player on the Olympic team in the Mexican Games, where he averaged 16 points. He was drafted in 1969 or 1970 by the Denver Nuggets, which was the ABA at the time. And he averaged 30 points and 19 rebounds his first season. It's unheard of. Now, because of the era that he went to college or he left college, he was drafted during the 4-year rule deal that the NBA had with colleges, to where that college players will go to the NBA. I mean,
couldn't go to the NBA.
Couldn't go to the NBA for 4 years, so they can go to the colleges. That way that they can be able to monetize off of the players for that extra 4 years before they got to the NBA. Well, in 1971, Spencer Haywood and the Supersonics went to the Supreme Court and they won a case making players eligible to play basketball due to what they called a hardship exemption clause. And that at the age of 18, he became an NBA champion in 1980. And I'm sorry, this case was judged and overseen by the great Thurgood Marshall. So shout out to Thurgood Marshall for just being amazing. We're going to do him soon, very soon. I think if we haven't done him. And the thing about this rule is, because and now I got to go in a little bit. I know we're moving, but the thing about this rule is I just thought that you were able to play at 18. It was a clause that he had to put in, basically saying that you need the money to be able to protect and take care of your family. And so that was how he was able. Now, this deal moved on in like 2005. The league moved it up to 19, to whereas you have to be a year out of high school to be able to play ball. And then I think 4 years later, it brought up the NIL deal to where now players are eligible to be are able to cash in money for their deals. I think
so. He was the one that basically started
the whole ground movement. Shiloh Sanders, $2 million, $4 million, all them big deals y'all get came out of this. Like I said, he's a 2015 Hall of Fame inductee, NBA champion for the Lakers in 1980. And throughout his career, he averaged 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 1.8 assists out of 844 games, man. So shout out to Spencer Haywood for laving away. And to get in more depth, I'm gonna give a small plug. Go watch KG Certified with him on it, and it's amazing. And I think a lot of times we always talk about how they highlight the bad parts about it, but they don't talk about how I think David Adam Silver told him that he's made that rule has made players over $50 billion. So he kind of changed the game. And when you think about it, there's no LeBron James without him. There's no KG. There's no Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. And the other thing, that one of the things where that was going on at that time, or whatever, because he was fighting for those rights and stuff, that he were suspended, games at a time.
Yeah. I don't want to go on that.
Also, had to sit outside in the cold weather or whatever, while the games were going on or whatever, because they basically, allowed him to start to go into the games. But then it was like, oh, well, we still don't. That means that you can be in here. You can be here, but you can't be in here.
They were called furloughs.
Yeah,
he'd be furloughed to play 3 games, and then furloughed to play 5, and then furloughed not to play 15, and furloughed to play 3. And that's what they did. Because he said that when he went to renegotiate his contract with the ABA owner, the Nuggets owner, he told him, take your nigga ass and that Jew lawyer and get out of my office because you ain't going nowhere.
Right. So he's another guy, man.
He Bill Russell, quietly.
Has definitely paved the way for a lot of athletes and stuff or whatever. So kudos to them.
Shout out to Spencer Haywood.
That's what's up. That's our history and blackness. All right. Moving along.
Was that one better this week?
That was cool. That was
a better one.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I like that one. I like that one.
You got nothing to say about that one, dog, do you?
Look, now.
You didn't see him make that frown, did you?
If y'all missed last week, Black Lip was not feeling Ben Carson. He didn't give a shit about them Siamese twins, heart murmurs, nothing. He didn't care about Ben Carson. He said, go and get Ben Carson ass out of here. Shout out to Ben Carson, man. No, I was playing.
All right, so let's move to this next one, man. This next one is basically well, I hope Fat Boy, I hope I put the right video with the right topic here. Damn it. All right, give me a minute, y'all. Y'all can talk.
But yeah, no, but definitely Black Lift. Check out that KG Certified. KG and I love KG, man, because KG, he's so hoodie like myself, but he could turn it on and off. And I got to kind of see KG in a rare form on this interview. And I think that we need to highlight our greats more. And I think that because even with Black Lift, so Spencer Haywood, the first thing you think of is the cocaine playboy. But you don't realize it made players over $50 billion, and there is no Black Mamba without this man going to the Supreme Court. So think about how impactful he, and nobody ever talks about him. You hear Bill Russell, you hear Jim Brown, but this man really made a leaps and bounds for a lot of young men and a lot of great men to be able to make real dough in this game and be able to take care of their family. What LeBron James has done with this empire just from what that rule. So shout out to Spencer Haywood just for paving the way, man. And shout out to Thurgood Marshall for sitting on the bench and really getting shit done. Let's talk about him.
Right. All right. And I hope I'm matching the right one as we get into men versus women. Do men value respect more than love, and do women value safety over love? You get it? Do men value respect more than love, and do women value safety over love? So we have a video of a young lady speaking on that, and I'm gonna play it. Let's see what you guys think. If I get it to play right, if I get things to play right. Oh, that damn computer, man! I swear.
Safety, huh?
So as long as I feel safe with you, I don't have to love you. Because I'll marry the man that I respect before I marry the man that I'm in love with.
You know what? When you say that out loud,
She ain't lie.
that makes some sense.
Yeah, no, she didn't lie. I have no rebuttals. Because even the safety, immediately when you said safety, I'm like, no. In my head, I'm like, no, they want to marry somebody that's financially keeping them safe.
And it's so many different
protect.
It's so many different layers to safety.
But mine emotionally keeping them safe.
But I don't have to be in love with my husband because I'm not gonna always.
You're not gonna always.
No. Yeah. But if I'm safe, where the I'm going? I'm right here.
Do I play it again or what?
You can play it for the beginning.
All right, let me play it one more time, y'all, from the beginning because it was kind of a little technical difficulties going right here. Hold on, here we go.
A lot of women don't accept the reality that men take respect over love any day. Any day, every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Respect me before you love me. And then women position themselves where it's like, well, I'll take safety over love.
Damn.
Safety, huh?
So as long as I feel safe with you, I don't have to be in love with you. Because I'll marry the man that I respect before I marry the man that I'm in love with.
You know what? When you say that out loud,
she ain't lie.
That makes some sense.
Yeah, no, she didn't lie. I have no rebuttals. Because even the safety, immediately when you said safety, I'm like, no. In my head, I'm like, no, they want to marry somebody that's financially keeping them safe.
And it's so many different
protect.
It's so many different layers to safety.
But mine emotionally keeping them safe.
But I don't have to be in love with my husband because I'm not gonna always.
You're not gonna always.
No. Yeah. But if I'm safe, where the I'm going?
Wow.
Sister, drop some jewels on a nigga who don't
what
know no
what
better.
y'all think about that?
Hey man, she heavy. That's why I said that. That's heavy, man. That's heavy. I just dealt with that, right? You know, I'm like the guinea pig for this damn show, y'all. You gotta stop this shit at this point. No, absolutely. I think that the relationship that I was battling in, I think that I was battling for her respect, and then she was battling for safety within me, and because when she disrespect me, I retreated. And because I retreated, she lost respect. Right what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? And so because she no longer felt the safety in that. But I didn't feel the respect. So my safety, I retreated. And so it was like two forces pulling in the opposite ways because I'm searching for the respect, but she can't properly respect me because every time I'm emotionally imbalanced, I attack her safety by running away.
But when me and you've talked about some of this or whatever, but when you say when they say that the women value safety over love, me knowing you, of course, you was giving her that safety. But
like she said, and this is just a bar.
Yeah.
It's just a bar. She just dropped the bar. I didn't even hear. Funny part about it is I didn't watch that clip all the way through. I actually watched it with a one-side point of view.
Oh, okay.
But I think the other woman said that there's other levels to safety.
That part, yeah.
Right? There's other layers to safety. Now, I may have provided financial safety. I may have provided these safeties, but emotionally, she didn't feel safe. And that's an obvious thing, right? Because she began to shift away and she began.
So you did provide the financial safety.
But there's there's levels to safety.
Exactly.
Like she kind of said. And I think that as men, we don't realize that. I think we think that safety is don't let nobody harm her. And then protection is don't let nobody do not touch her. You get what I'm saying? And so, but we're not understanding it's protecting her heart. It's keeping her safe from mentally. It's different levels to it. So I think that she hit a jewel more so for men to kind of take for them to understand when you entering in a relationship, then that overall you want to love this woman, but you have to provide a solid level of safety or a solid foundation of safety for her, or she will panic and get on.
Okay. So you guys that's listening, what do you guys think? We want to get your opinion on this as well. Do men value respect more than love? And do women value safety over love?
And so I agree. And yes on my side.
Okay.
Why I answer. Yeah, yes and yes.
Woody?
Yes and yes. I mean, it's pretty simple. Um, so that's one thing that my wife says to me all the time. She was like, in her previous marriage, she never felt safe, and so with me, she feels safe. Now, the whole thing about safety over love. I mean, and I get that the woman that was in the video was saying that I don't have to love my husband as long as I feel safe. I kind of think
I have a problem with that.
that's a young thing. That's a young thing for her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Older women know better now. That's if you provide that safety, that's going to enhance that love that you feel.
Come on,
There you
Black
go.
Lift.
Yes.
Come on, give us some knowledge, bro.
That's gonna make you love them more.
Exactly.
Because you feel safe with them.
You're getting that, yes.
So, like I said, that her thing, that's a millennial thing. That's a young woman thing. But like an older woman, if she loves you, and then you make her feel safe on top of that, that's like that salt and pepper on top. That's that enhancement.
Exactly.
I think because she loves you, she respects you, and because she respects you, you provide her safety. Kind of goes back to what I think the older women understand that. I think younger women don't quite understand that. It's very that simple with men. I have to respect him or he won't provide me a certain level of safety.
And a lot of these younger women, to keep it a buck, a lot of these younger women ain't never even been in a relationship. So how they gonna know?
That's true. Talk that talk.
Or having experience, yes, that's
exactly. They haven't even experienced love.
Yeah.
Because most of them are ever here looking for something else.
Yeah.
So,
Does that especially being social media the way it is now, and all these type of opinions as far as what love is, what relationship is, and all that kind of stuff, does that affect a lot of relationships for the younger age? Because, say for instance, for what she just said, and women are going to look for that, but the men are not on that same page. I don't know. Y'all talk to me. Tell me.
Great point. I think it could be taken out of context. I think social media, there's good and bad. It's good and bad, positive and negative. Because let's be honest, right? I originally got this quote. I picked this clip from a male's perspective, right? But she was really giving men jewels for women, not necessarily giving jewels to women for men. But I picked it thinking that she was giving women jewels for men. But and she gave a small jewels for women for men, but the huge jewel was for men for women, and understanding the impact and the importance of what women place on safety.
If I was on that panel, and I was to hear that, my thing would have been this, and maybe you guys could tell me if I'm wrong, and I think Lips, you just basically did and hit it on the nail. It goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. There's none one better than the other. And you don't stay because of one thing. You stay because of both.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if your attitude is, oh, it's about safety, and you don't have the love for me,
right,
that I feel like I need, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, obviously you're going to respect me because I'm taking care of you. Shit, what do you think?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you better respect me as you go. Point blank. You know what I mean? So of course I'm automatically assume that you're respecting me, but I still need to see the love, and I gotta feel the love as well. So when you put it in a conversation of either or type of thing, I don't think that's right. I don't think it's cool, and I could be wrong. You guys listening, hit me up. Let us know what y'all think. We got some comments.
It's some comments in here that hit on exactly what I was saying. Like Mr. Sean said, that's true. Safety is very important, but I definitely must have love, because if you love me like you love yourself, you will keep me safe. Period.
Bam.
And that goes back to exactly what I said.
Exactly.
That's what I said. It's an enhancement.
Exactly.
It's not an either or kind of thing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't look. You can respect me all you want, but shit, I can if you don't love me, shit, I can buy that same kind of respect from somebody else.
I don't think that she was putting it in the either or, and that's why we was talking about how social media.
Well, that's the last.
No, that's what she said though. She specifically said, yeah.
Because what I took out of it is she was saying that because at times in a relationship, love fluctuates, right? You're madly in love with each other, you can't stand that motherfucker, right? And so what she's saying is when love is fluctuating, this is what I took. When love is fluctuating throughout the relationship, if a woman feels safe, she's going to go with the safety because she knows that love fluctuates. I don't think that she said either or, but she says because love fluctuates and women value safety over love, that they will lean more towards the safety than the love.
She didn't say either or.
No,
She made a final assessment.
She did make a final.
She made a final.
That was her opinion.
On what?
Yeah, that was her opinion.
Was like,
right?
If he's doing this or whatever,
I ain't going nowhere. Right. I agree.
She flat out dropped that gold digger line.
Right.
I ain't got to. No, for real. I ain't got to love my husband.
Yeah.
But if he make me feel safe, I ain't going nowhere.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. I like your logic. I like Fat Boy's logic though behind it, or what how one should take it. But for someone like me and me and Woody just did, we didn't take it like that.
This is kind of like goes to your question that you asked earlier, right? How social media impacts relationship and understanding each other, because you guys took it in one context, I took it in one context, and my girl gonna take it in another context, and her friend gonna take it in another context, and so we all coming to the table not truly with our own opinion of what she said, right?
But context, look, that's kind of like saying, okay, are you gonna believe what I said, or are you gonna believe what I show you?
That's a girl.
She flat out said, I don't have to love my husband.
Yeah.
So there's no ambiguity in that, brother.
Yeah.
There's no yin and yang. She said it point blank. I don't have to love my husband, but if he provides me with safety, where am I going?
Yeah, that's what she said.
So if you don't love somebody, why are you with me?
Yeah.
And the whole love fluctuating, bruh, I get that 110%. You know what I'm saying? But if the love goes to zero, that's not a fluctuation. That's a drop. That's a dead ass. That's zero.
that part. And that's what I was getting at.
You ain't got what, bitch? You ain't got no love for me.
You ain't got no love for me, though.
but you safe though. You safe.
Right, but you safe.
Yeah, but you good. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like, that's let's say Michelle said, while younger women pursue love, but as ladies mature, the safety net trumps in love. Y'all get that?
Yeah.
While younger women pursue love, but as ladies matures to safety nets trumps in love.
But there's a difference between loving somebody and being in love.
True.
There is a very big difference. When you first start out, you in love. Everything is lovey-dovey. Everything is honeymoon. Everything is this. But as you mature, that being in love turns to love. Turns to hardcore love, that you love this person so much that you're willing to give your life for them. That's the kind of love that matures over time. Like I said, being in love, that's kind of like I don't want to say it's a puppy love kind of thing, but that's that honeymoon, the kind of stuff. But
you've been in a relationship for a while. Can you say that you are still in love, or you just love your wife? Are you in love, or you love? You know what I mean? The honeymoon is over. The marriage has been for how long? How long y'all been married? 6 years?
The 18th, it'll be 5 years.
5 years? Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you at the time when y'all first together, you say y'all was in love, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then once now it's been 5 years, do you say you still in love, or you just love your wife?
For me, at this point, it's both.
Okay.
It's both.
Okay.
It's for me, it's both. And not saying that it gets stale as it gets older.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there are phases in the whole love relationship.
Yeah.
And to me, if you can say that you're both,
Mm-hmm.
then you're in a very, very good relationship.
Yeah. Because
If
that's
you
what
love if you
I
love
want.
her and you're in love with her, that's a very good relationship.
That's what I want. I want a woman to where I wake up and to see her and be like, damn, I'm in love with her still. You know what I'm saying? I'm in love. And even though I love the mess out of her, I'm gonna be like, have that fluttery feeling like, yeah, don't nobody mess with her. Yeah, I better not mess
Bruh.
with her. I will kill y'all.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, and this is weird as
That's
shit.
the
for
attitude
some
I
people.
want.
Yeah, this is weird as shit. But look, how you can tell that you really still in love
Mm-hmm.
when you laying in bed and you look over at her laying there asleep with her mouth wide open, looking like an idiot, and you still love her.
No, for real.
Right,
You
right,
feel
right.
me?
That's just like
That's me, man. I look at her, man, and like she over there, like, and I'm like, hey, man, I just smile because I'm still in love with her and I love her. Yes.
Exactly.
Shout out to
Exactly.
that. Shout out to that Black Liv.
Oh no, I had another. Where'd it go? Oh, Catherine.
Catherine said, yes, safety does make you love them even more, for sure.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's an enhancement. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Get that one, fat boy.
Says my mom didn't love my dad when they married. She learned to love him as time went on because he was able to provide and protect her. But she truly respected him as a man and the man of the household.
Mm.
I think that's just, I agree.
And that's possible. Yes, that's a possible thing.
Point.
Sometimes you don't, and the thing is, sometimes, even though she said she didn't love him, she probably loved him, didn't know it. Sometimes you can love somebody and not realize that that's what it is, because you basically took on whatever this person had to give. You took on whatever the arguments y'all might have had, and y'all got married.
I think also, I think
you know what I mean. So sometimes it can be that.
She made a great point of. I think long respect, right? The respect she had for her grew to love for him over time, right?
Mm-hmm.
The respect and admiration that she had for him made her love him even more. So I think that it do for men especially, which then made him want to provide her safety. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that just that Facebook user is Gussie.
Hey, Gussie, Gus.
Okay, we can't again. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. What's up, Gus? Gus, hope you get better. I know you're there in the hospital. Get better soon. She got us some bracelets coming. I appreciate you.
Well.
I appreciate you.
Well.
So get better so you can make our bracelets.
Yeah, I'm excited about the bracelets.
Get better.
Some nice bracelets.
Yes, you stay because of both. I agree with that. Yes. That's what we were saying, Catherine. Yes.
The new generation does not value love in the same way as if love never fails, even when you don't like them.
As love never fails.
Yeah. So once again, that kind of goes with, like I told y'all before about my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm always love them. Now I might not like them motherfuckers, but I'm always love them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, man. Hey, that was good little segment there, dog. I like that. We still moving on because we might as well just go and do our regular time. Because
here we go.
We never do an hour. All right, man. Let's get into this one, man. 10 things, and Ben, dang it, I hit the wrong daggone button. 10 things. Here, I'm sorry, you guys. Where'd it go? I'm looking for. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I just want to make sure y'all see it. What are 10 things we fail to disclose before marriage?
I got 2.
Well, what are 10 things? Let me know. Let us know, you guys. What are 10 things that we fail to disclose that before we get married, and that's what causes the argument or the relationship or whatever. Can you think of any?
Emotional trauma.
Okay,
that's number 1.
Okay.
Crazy ass in-laws.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
You never you fail to discuss what the situation with your in-laws.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can very be.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where that don't happen.
Not expressing the relationships of your children's mother or your child's mother.
Your baby daddy,
baby mama issues.
Yeah. yeah, not discussing the relationship, not discussing the the drama that she might be causing.
Well, not discussing the fact that you have other kids.
That part too.
I know a few of them.
Huh?
I know
Yeah,
a few of them like
No, I thought you said I know fuel dude. I was like,
no, he said I know a few, not few. He said few.
right? I was like, what the hell? Like, no. I think one of the main things, you guys, is and although we talk about a lot of the negative things or whatever, one of the things about is sex. Certain things you don't, your kinky side,
your do's and don'ts.
Yeah, your kinky side when because a lot of people get married and find out certain sexual desires that other person have and don't realize it then. And being that person never talked about it or discussed it with them, or had that discussion with them, they try to bring it within this marriage or relationship. You know what I mean? Once everything get kind of solid, you try to ease it in, and that person ain't down with that. And when that person ain't down with that, then what are you going to do? You're going to find someone that actually does and make you backslide on, because of that one particular thing, and because you never talked about it early on in the relationship. You know what I mean? And so that's one of the things that I get from it. What else y'all got? Anybody? Oh, we got some comments here. Hold on. Where am I at? Oh,
Gussie went to sleep.
Yes, Gussie. Gussie go to bed. Good night, Gussie.
Hey, man, what's up? What's up?
Meds kicked in on Gussie.
Yeah,
Look, you guys. Ned's kicking in. Oh yeah. She's in the hospital. So I appreciate her even tapping in while she's there in her hospital.
Get well soon.
So you got our love and yes, most definitely
get well.
All right, what else we got?
So I don't.
You're fighting it.
So like I gotta be honest, I don't really have nothing, because my two major relationships, my first one I got married at 20.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the only things that was out there is like, hell, I didn't know how crazy her family was. I didn't know, some of the stuff that was going on with that whole situation. That's pretty much it. And then my current marriage, I got to be honest, man. We pretty much discuss everything from front to back, because the one thing that I wasn't going to do is I wasn't going to lie by omission. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
So we kind of touched up on everything, but that's what happens when you're older.
Yeah, the maturity.
Yeah, the maturity. You touch on everything. Look, I like it. I like my breakfast like this. I like my sex like this. I like this like this. You know what I'm saying? And you just put all that out there. And if they cool with it, cool. If not,
what about that? Another thing some people don't discuss is family illness.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like you get with someone and you try to look at the history of their family illness or whatever. So say for instance, someone that has diabetes, or family has diabetes or bad, I mean, not to say it's bad genes, but it's still it's something that you probably want to know.
Yeah, no, for real.
Before for one, before you have kids with them.
Yeah.
Two, before you know how long they might have before you got to end up taking care of them or whatever in the same way, and not to say that's to happen, but it's still a discussion. It's still something that a lot of us fail to talk about, in those those situations. Another thing is the debt, what type of debt?
I was getting ready to say your credit score or your financial. Your financial debts.
Yeah, we tend to not talk about it. I mean, like we might say something like, I'm struggling, or I'm not where I want to be at, or whatever the case may be. But do you really get in depth of what's really going on? You know what I'm saying? In order, because to give that person a fair chance to say, hey, that's something I can't deal with, and move on, as opposed to just trying to linger this whole relationship on, and then find out later. And then, you thinking, because y'all been together that they're going to help, let them know up early, up front. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm doing or whatever. And this is where I want, trying to be at. And if that person that's not going to be the person for you. It's just not the person for you. You know what I mean? So that part. You know.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, this is a fun one too. Let me see. Let me see what the comment said first, real quick, before I go. Oh, shoot, I got a lot.
Marlon ignorant.
What did he say?
Ignorant. He's just ignorant. That's all. He ain't got no sense.
Mom said the deal breakers and level of expectation is not discussed.
I agree.
Yes.
Mhm.
Deal breaker.
I think them two right there.
level
I think
expectation.
I think a level of expectation is huge.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I think we all have an invisible level of expectation that we'll never tell the person, but every time they don't meet it, we get mad.
Mm-hmm. Here, let's go back to that. Yeah. A lot of people don't actually discuss their expectations in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just kind of like let's just see what happens.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's kind of like let's see where we go with this. Let's see if that person without even saying is going to do this or do that or whatever without me having to say it, you know. And then you get there and later on and that person didn't do that, then you kind of like got a problem because you didn't ever talk about it. You know what I mean? So yes, one that is a good one. Catherine, go ahead, Woody.
So I think that personally, I didn't know what I was like inside of marriage, and I learned things about myself that I didn't know I wanted or needed until I was in it. That is 1,000% true. 1,000%.
Yeah, and that yes.
Yeah, because I didn't even know I had a lot of the issues that I had, or I think this relationship is where I really discovered my true value as well on things that I'm gonna take and things that I'm not gonna take as well. And I never even paid attention that I was such a hoe. And that I never took relationships serious until that I actually took this relationship serious. So it's definitely a fact.
Mom said that is true to Catherine.
And Marlon says, it's scary how I used to tell Fatboy all this, but folks used to say I was crazy. But like I tell folks, what I would have been willing to compromise at 20, I'm not dealing with at 28. That's a bar, Marlon. Come on, drop it.
Go on and say that, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Sure, I agree.
For sure you're right. For sure you're
I
right.
agree. Today's price is not yesterday's price. That's it. That's it right there. That's it. That's it right there. That's all. Well said, young man. Well said.
Okay. The only one that we got left or whatever, but is how do we as Black men change our narrative in society? I think that should be another one. I think we did that next week.
That's a next weeker.
Yeah.
That's a whole show.
We'll get
that's a long one. We'll do that next week.
That's a whole show.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got two. Let's get out of here.
You got 3 Black men on the panel right here.
That one's gonna get. You know what? I would like to have Marlon on for that episode.
Yeah, hey, Marlon, hit us up. You know,
I would like to have Marlon on for that episode. And maybe Jeremiah. I got some gentlemen that I would like to throw a panel together on that one.
Yeah,
that would be a nice little vibe on that.
Yeah. And we can do that. So yeah, man.
Because it's definitely
now
some
that you
things
said
we gotta
it,
do,
go ahead
fellas.
and you can start on the closeout, big dog.
Okay. Well, hey man, once again, y'all, thank y'all, man. Another week. Thank y'all for being here. You know, my being transparent, man. Dear brother, dear sister, send a short clip, no longer than a minute, audio or video, or even send an email with what you want to say to firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. That's firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. And that's dear brother, dear sisters. We looking to hear from you. And shout out to the fellas, man. And thank y'all, man, for being here for me always, man. I appreciate y'all, man. And another great show, man. And brothers really getting shit together. Can we talk about that?
Right.
Really addressing the hard stuff.
That part. So what you got, Liv?
All right, Fuel, another great job hosting, brother, as always.
Thank you, sir.
Fat Boy, I'm proud of you, man. You know, you manned up and did what you had to do. You always got my support, bro. If you need to reach out, man.
Appreciate that.
I want to thank everybody for tapping in. One friend, tell another friend, tell 2 more friends, tell 3 more friends, tell 5 more friends. Tell everybody about that. About everybody come on in and see what we got, because we got a good little show here.
Tell everybody.
Yeah.
Tell everybody.
And you know, and stay tuned for the journey of Fat Boy right now. So
Hey, because you know, hey, y'all
don't pay
it's
attention to
gonna
my
get
journey.
a little.
Don't pay
It's
attention to
gonna
my
get a
journey.
little wild though.
I want to put the
Black
journey on
Lift is about
everybody
to
else.
get a little wild.
Look, I can already tell, bro. You finna be out here. Woo!
No, I'm gonna put the journey on everybody else, but don't worry about my journey, y'all.
Don't worry about showing us that. He said, "Now we focused on back on Fat Boy now."
I was going to say, now we got 2 single mugs now. Okay,
That's what's up. And once again, you guys, yes, continue most definitely subscribe to YouTube, you know, so you can get the notification of every time that we're on Facebook, and also we just started going live on Twitter today. So if you see, you know, pull up Fired Up Thursdays on Twitter, and you can actually check us out there as well.
You mean X, bro? Twitter's dead. It's X.
Well, X. Well, you know,
everybody knows.
Do I still have my Twitter account?
Yeah. They just changed the X.
Oh, it's just the X.
Yeah, they just changed the X.
You still do have your Twitter account. You know, it is X or whatever. It's the same account. You don't got to change anything.
I'm on X.
Yeah.
X me.
That's what's up. All right, but that's going to do it for us today, you guys. And remember,
if they talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason.
Hey.
All our illusions will get the parade, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We stay down.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it. And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Hey.